Hey, Grand Rising. So I just wanted to touch on a subject today. It's been pretty fresh on my mind the last couple of days, and I think it's you know, pretty prevalent in our society, and it's along the lines of all of the feminine men that you see wandering around. They're not men. They don't have the characteristics of men, and the problem in that being is this shift in our societal educational system in the last 30 years, 40 years, where we've made it so that you need to sit down, shut up, and if you can't, then you're labeled a problem child and you're given enough amphetamine to get a meth head off while you're an adolescent. So it doesn't really play well for an individual's brain chemistry later in life. Now, if you're one of the boys that's willing to sit down, shut up, and just not do what a boy's supposed to do, then you don't actually, have proper testosterone release in your body, and you're not building muscle the way that you're supposed to. You're not actually healthy. Just because you're not fat doesn't mean that you're healthy or in shape. So what it ends up being is that you have later in life after high school and all the sit down and shut ups over, you have these men that they have no physical prowess, they have no manly characteristics, they have basically just the appearance of a shadow of what they should be. Now, the reason behind this, at least in my opinion, is that if you're creating a bunch of men, the people that are supposed to stand up for what's right and defend the innocent and the weak and protect their families, now if you make a bunch of weak men who don't want to even stand up for them damn selves, who's going to stop the, oppressor, stop the oppressors, the globalists, whoever, whatever you want to label them as, from making us all eat insects and killing 70% of us and putting the rest of us in shitty little isolation camps where, we're basically just used as either labor kids or medical experiment things. It's like, but we, we frown upon men being men. Like, you can't get in a fight in this country these days unless you know it's with somebody who's not going to call the cops, because you could go to jail for a couple of months for simply hitting somebody. But even if that person doesn't want to press charges these days, in some states the states take over. It's like, the state, you didn't assault the state, and how the fuck can you assault the state? It's an entity. It's a fucking conglomerate. Like, these laws, they're totally ridiculous. But I'm getting off subject. Anyway, getting back to, you need to be letting these boys play until they're exhausted, until they fall over from exhaustion, until they can't play anymore. And then let them do it again and again and again until they become monsters. But then, once they become monsters, and this is the key part to this, because you can't just have a bunch of monsters running around in your society, you need to make them strong mentally. You need to make them capable of being able to harness this monster that they've now become. And the reason why you need to do this, it's already been prophesized. The people that know how to use their swords but leave them sheathed will inherit the earth. And you want to know the reason behind that? Because it takes great responsibility to handle and be responsible for such great power. And the planet is a powerful, beautiful, magnificent thing that the current people that are running things are destroying for dollars and profit and um, privilege and control. It's gonna end. It's gotta end. Everything is out on the table. All the cards have been played. It's just a matter of time. All it takes is a couple million of us high battery spiritual charge systems, and I'm still developing terms for all this stuff because I'm still learning it, but I get told all the time that I vibrate on a whole different frequency that extremely spiritual people have never quite seen before, and I don't know how exactly to measure it, but I know that I continuously every day and out focusing my intention on trying to fix negativity. So I read somewhere a little while ago that if I can achieve 300 megahertz on the vibrational chart, then my positive energy can counteract the negative energy of 90,000 people. Now imagine if I could get my energy vibrational quantum to get the denomination to 1,000. At 100, you can only counteract the negativity of 2,500 people. At 200, you can counteract the negativity of 10,000 people, or 9,099 or something in that. I can't remember all the exacts, but I know very tight ballparks. So imagine that nomination at 1,000. You know, that denomination at 1,000 would be, if you increase tenfold for every 100, if I could get to 1,000, then I would be able to counteract the negativity of 1,000,000,000 people. If my math's not wrong, I just did some really short math in my head at 6:45 in the morning without my first coffee yet, but I don't think that I'm wrong. Let me know if I am. Gonna be throwing this up on a few different platforms. Gonna throw it on Facebook, even though I have a lot of friends and family on Facebook. They might not like my views on this. I'm sorry if you don't. Still love y'all. I'm hoping that maybe my difference in views can start making a little bit of a difference in our society because we desperately need it. And then it's going on YouTube and TikTok as well. TikTok is actually starting to pick up a little bit. I'm close to 700 followers, and I only need 1,000 to go live. And I've been told once you can start going live, you really start to build your following. So I'm hoping that we can continue to do this. Been really busy working quite a bit lately, doing some renovation stuff. Trying to get some extra money together for Christmas, and the work's available, so why not? I guess I'm probably done rambling for the morning, but it's really important that we need to start letting our boys be boys again, because society needs men. We need it. Like, it can't just be a few of us out here. There needs to be more of us. There needs to be more real good men out there, like, trying their best every day to try to make the world a better place, and trying to make well-rounded children, whether it be daughters or sons. We need good women too. It's not just good men. The ranks are getting thinner and thinner every day, but everybody that's standing here is trying harder and harder. So help us out. Fight the good fight. Thanks. Nothing but love.